Hello, I'm Jacob, and you're watching the Prepper's Bunker Outdoors. I actually just got off work, and I thought it would be the perfect opportunity to talk to you about one of my favorite things. When it comes to bushcraft, survival, prepping, any of those things, if I had a top 10 list of some of my favorite items, the Kleen Kanteen 64-ounce steel bottle would be on that list. I don't know where it would be, but on a favorites list, it'd be pretty high. My wife actually got this for me, and I'll go ahead, on the screen here somewhere, I'll put the weight and the approximate cost. I think it was about $40 of the Kleen Kanteen. But I want to talk to you real quick about what has prompted me to do this video now, why it's taken so long to do this video, and why I chose a steel bottle as opposed to a Camelback, because I love using Camelbacks, hydration bladders. There are incredible benefits to carrying a Camelback, but I decided that for bushcraft and prepping, I'd use this instead. Now, where I'm working currently, I drive an off-road tracked dump truck. Off-road, on trails. I help build and maintain trails. And we were issued a 1-gallon, normal igloo container, and it starts to leak, and it is just not going to hold up to the rigors of staying on my buggy with me the whole time. Driving that thing off-road is pretty rough, as in it's like really rough. And so for this job, the old standby water bottle is the perfect option, because a 20-ounce bottle I'll drink in a couple seconds. I needed more capacity, but there's not a lot of things out there that have that capacity, and I could probably bring a Camelback, but the nozzle would get all nasty, and I didn't really have a good place to put it. So as you saw here, I hang this behind me, and it's definitely taken a lick. This thing is pretty beat up, and if you haven't watched this channel in the past, I have used this on countless survival trips on the past, so this bottle was beat up before I started working here. So we are just continuing the process of building this patina. So it ended up being kind of the perfect size for what I do at work. Why I've taken so long to do this video has to do with why I got the bottle in the first place, and that is for boiling water, which I have not done yet. I just haven't done it. I don't know why. I just haven't. Boiled water and all kinds of other stuff. For some reason, I haven't done it in my favorite bottle. So I've been waiting and waiting and waiting to do a review on this product that I love and use essentially every single day, because I hadn't boiled water in it yet. But while I was here at work using it constantly, I thought it's as good a time as any to talk to you guys about the bottle. Clearly it gets used just a ton, so that's why I chose now. Now, why did I choose it in the first place? Okay, so as you probably know or can guess from the channel name, I am a prepper. I do bushcraft, survival trips, tactical stuff. And for tactical stuff, and when I was in the military, nothing beats a Camelback. It's just, you have resupply points, you have a deadline that you're going to try and get to, you carry some extra water, but if you've got hydration bladder, you can keep moving, you can drink. I think that the Camelback or hydration bladder has almost entirely replaced the canteen in the military. Fast forward to civilian life and going on survival and bushcraft trips. If you run out of water in a canteen and you don't have a resupply, you have to get creative on how you're going to get some more water. And so there are filters for Camelbacks and things like that out there, and I don't want to screw with any of that. I wanted to carry a large source of water that I could purify water in, boiling. And so I think eventually what I'll do, actually, I've tried a lot of ways to carry this comfortably on my pack. I haven't found one yet. I tried a high-speed gear universal bottle holder. Didn't really work. Looked like butt. Not a good thing. What I'll end up doing, I think, is I'll end up putting this in the bag and having another canteen on my person, because I can easily drink this and another canteen. But then I can always use this for purifying, fill the canteen, refill this, repurify this, whatever I need to do. I think this will end up being put in the bag. But the difficulty of carrying this, or the annoyance of carrying this sometimes, is what led me to design, with the friendly advice of my buddy Justin Vitito, to design and manufacture the bottle holders. Because carrying this on a sling, this is actually big enough, and when filled with water, it's heavy enough that it is actually nice to carry on its own sling. It's big enough to justify that. So, all right, so I decided to go with this route for long-term sustainability. Let's just talk about, with all of that aside, the bottle itself and why I've come to love it so much. So first and foremost, obviously, I can boil water in it. That's what this all boils down to. And it's tough, which I'll talk about in a second. And it doesn't get nasty. So, for instance, when you are not using a bottle or anything, you should always leave the cap off, so it doesn't get nasty in there. But if you leave a cap on, say, like a blender bottle or a workout type bottle or a normal drinking bottle, if you leave the cap on for a couple days, it's going to get nasty. Even if you didn't have anything in there, just water in there, it'll stink to high heaven. I have forgotten the cap on this a few times. I've never had that stank. I only use this for water. I have put soapy water in it maybe one time. But basically, it's never been cleaned. And it always tastes good. Never smells like anything. I drink it. And then when it's empty, I leave the top off. I refill it. I use it daily. And so it's kind of incredible. That part of it's kind of incredible. The toughness. So before I used this for work, my buddy smashed into it with a heavy load in a wheelbarrow one time and dented it a little bit, but wasn't bad. And basically, if something has lasted through multiple survival and bushcraft trips with me, it's tough as nails. This is fairly thick metal. And if a water bottle can be indestructible, this is about as close as it gets. And like you've seen before, it does have battle scars. This thing is absolutely dented to crap, which I love. I mean, I like the way that this looks better now than I did when it was new. It is an awesome color also. That does help. But so that's what I love. Things I'd like to change or improve. I'd like an orange cap for this. I might end up putting an orange lanyard on it, but that might just annoy the crap out of me, so I'm not sure. That's about it. I wish it was made in America, but I literally carry around 64 ounces of water with me, so people look at me like I'm crazy. But if you are into bushcraft, survival, or prepping, somewhere in your regimen should be some level of fitness or a you should prioritize fitness at some level, and to do that you have to hydrate. People have so many problems, not only because of their diet, but simply because they don't drink enough water. And so you probably should be drinking about a gallon of water a day. And I don't care what anybody says, carrying a really big container makes that much easier to do. In the military, I carried around a 1-gallon jug, and I could drink a gallon easy. But if I was always carrying around a smaller, like, blender bottle, which I love blender bottles, I wouldn't drink as much. Have I drank 2? Have I drank 3? Have I drank 4? I'm not really sure. Is it time to refill this? Should I chug it? I don't know. I just did not end up drinking as much as I did when I carry around either 64 ounces or a gallon. So I love it. I have nothing to do with Kleen Kanteen. As always, if you're new on this channel, This channel is not funded through YouTube, AdSense. I take no money from any brands ever. Nothing like that. So I have done sponsorships for specific videos in the past, like going to Blade Show, but that was it. I've never had a paid video. So I legitimately just love this bottle. So anyways, thank you for watching. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. One caveat to not getting paid for this channel any other way is I advertise myself. I have a website, beachandtactical.com, where I make tactical and survival gear. I also have an Amazon store where I have listed gear that I use and really believe in, and the best prices on Amazon. And I have a Patreon as well, and let me tell you, patrons have changed this channel. The ability to buy supplies, buy materials, buy things to review has been a game changer. Upgraded equipment, everything across the board. It's been amazing. I can't ever thank my patrons enough. So with all that being said, thank you for watching. I hope that you have a blessed day, and I will talk to you in the comment section below.